Good morning, and thank you for joining us at the YMCA of Greater Erie 2024 annual meeting. I'm your MC this morning, Julie Wilson. I am the CFO at Marquette Savings Bank, and I've also had the privilege of serving as the Y's board chairperson since 2022. When you walked in this morning, you might have stopped by the interview area to share your Y story. Like most of you, I have a Y story too. I joined the Downtown Y in 1990. A year after joining Marquette. I wanted to do something positive over my lunch hour, so I attended aerobic classes. This was the era of Jane Fonda, so leg warmers and headbands were essential workout attire. I've been asked for photos, but it's strange. I couldn't seem to find any. Later, my two daughters swam for the Eastside YMCA swim team. The coaches were phenomenal. They made a lasting positive impact by enhancing my girls' skills, boosting their confidence, and instilling life lessons beyond the pool. They definitely led by example. And that's really what this morning is all about, the stories that we share and the commonalities that connect us. In the room this morning, we have Mayor Joe Schember. Good morning, Mayor. And we have County Executive Brenton Davis. Good morning, Brenton. Thank you both for being with us. We also have a wonderful mix of YMCA staff, board members, partners, and community leaders. Our hope is that you learned something you didn't know about the work of the YMCA in our community. We also hope that you hear something that sparks your passion, ignites an idea, and fuels collaboration to move our great region forward. Because, as we all know, we are stronger together. Which leads me to our sponsors for this morning. Events like this don't happen without support. So thank you to Marquette Savings Bank, Arts Bakery, and the Bayfront Convention Center. Your support of this event allows our community to gather in the spirit of fostering true well-being. To get us started this morning, I'd like to introduce Andy Kerr, who will give our invocation. Andy currently serves as a chaplain at the Erie City Mission and shares the Y's passion to help those struggling in our community. Welcome, Andy.
So this is the great thing about these types of events. Sometimes someone shows up, sometimes they don't. So if you wouldn't mind joining myself, I'm going to have an opening prayer, and then we can get started. Lord, we just thank you for this wonderful, beautiful, sunny day today. Lord, we ask that you be with us today as you hear the stories of our YMCA and its impact on our community. And we just ask that you help us do your work each and every day. The work that we do at the Y, in our community, in our buildings, in our schools. And Lord, we just want you to be with us as we're doing that. Lord, guide us during this conversation. Help those that are speaking not be nervous. And Lord, just help us have a great rest of the day. In your name we pray. Amen.
Thank you, Jim. The mission of the YMCA is to put Christian principles into practice through programs that build a healthy spirit, mind, and body for all. We build on the characteristics of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility in all that we do. In short, we facilitate well-being, and that looks different to every person. For some, it may be better physical health, stamina, mobility, fewer medications. For others, it may be mental and emotional wellness, a break from loneliness, feeling included, making friends, and a warm welcome. For families, it may be quality time, cheering on the kids in youth sports and building bonds while fishing at Camp Sherwin. For children, a reliable meal, confidence in a swimming pool, or the thrill of scoring their first goal. For a single parent, a safe place for the kids to play while taking time for her or himself. For young people, it may be a sense of worth from giving time to others through service. For an athlete with special needs, a high-quality facility to practice their skills on their way to going for the gold. And for someone working his or her way back, a chance to prove they are capable of achieving more. While we offer exercise equipment and pools, the Y's product isn't just fitness, it's connection to each other, to our better selves, and to the things that make us whole. In a world that can sometimes isolate us and emphasize our differences, the YMCA is the place for all to be, belong, and become. We have 3 stories this morning to share with you. Our first story highlights the Y's work on chronic disease prevention. The Y is working hand in hand with Y's in Pennsylvania and like-minded providers in Erie County to deliver evidence-based programs to those in our area recovering from or trying to prevent chronic diseases. These programs are provided for free or at a low cost, which allows us to help bridge the gap between doctor care and day-to-day living. The Y has the equipment and spaces to provide high-quality programs, and YUSA training allows our staff to become experts in aiding the development of healthy habits. The CDC reports that many chronic diseases are caused by a short list of risk behaviors: tobacco use and exposure to secondhand smoke, poor nutrition, and physical inactivity. Last year, our courses, diabetes prevention, blood pressure self-monitoring, matter of balance, smoking cessation, and fall prevention, impacted the lives of over 250 residents in Erie County. Here is Jean's story.
About 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and it was pretty bad. I had to go through medication, lots of medication I was on, and at that time I was like, it's just the medication will help, everything will be fine, but it wasn't. I gained an astronomical amount of weight, and I couldn't get it off, and so I thought, I better start doing something. We had this program at Erie's, and Tina brought it in for anybody who wanted to take it.
My name is Tina Swanson. I am the manager of risk management and improvement. Erie's hosts 2 health fairs every year. We have a cardiac risk assessment, biometric screening health fair, and we also have our flu shot health fair. And I always invite Gina Clough from the Heart Association. And she told me, you need to get a hold of Ellen at the Y and have her come in for your health fair. So I called her up, and while she was here at the health fair, I was talking to her about the different programs that are offered at the Y, and she was telling me about the diabetes prevention program. When she said that their program was free, I was like, oh, awesome, let's get going on this. So I had her do a lunch and learn to introduce the program to the employees. We hosted a sign-up session for people that were interested, and then we started with the weekly sessions with Ellen.
At the time when I started the program, which was almost a year ago, I was at a 6.1 AC1, and by learning all the different techniques, watching your calories, watching your fat intake, watching what you eat, how you eat it, when you eat it, how much you eat it, it helped immensely. I've dropped my AC1 now down to a 5.6, which I'm really, really excited, and then I'm also off one of my medications.
I've had several other employees say, hey, I've seen Jean or I've seen Bobby or whoever. They said you offered some kind of program that they were able to lose all this weight, and what is it? Can I get in? I've had a couple people get with Ellen and join groups up the Y just by seeing, people are walking advertisements for the program.
It's fantastic having it on site. You don't have to go out at a different time, or you don't have to take some time off of work. They bring it in, it's from 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. It's just very convenient. And it's good because there was a lot of us in it who helped us work with each other.
Erie's has always had the culture of the wellness for employees. Recognizing if your employee's healthy and happy, then you're both gonna win. The company will achieve their goals, the employee can achieve their goals of weight loss or just a healthier life.
My mindset was pretty bad. It's like I didn't really care. Eat dinner, sit on the couch, that was it. Now it's like, I gotta get up and I gotta move. I feel a whole lot better. I feel I look a lot better. I got a new wardrobe out of it, which is a big plus. It's just, I like myself better now. I like myself a lot better. I have more confidence in myself. When you look good and you feel good, you got a lot of confidence in yourself.
It makes a difference in their lives seeing a company that cares.
Jean is here with us this morning. Jean, thank you for sharing your inspiring story with us. And thank you to Erie's Magnetics for your partnership and for prioritizing your employees' well-being. As I'm sure the employers in this room know, healthy employees are happier and more productive. Gallup research tells us the impact of well-being extends far beyond how people feel. It affects the number of sick days employees take, their job performance, burnout, and likelihood of leaving an organization. The Y is here to be a partner in employee health. In addition to chronic disease programming, we offer CPR training, child abuse prevention training, and corporate use of the Y360 app. We are working to create a corporate partnership package, and we'll have more information on that later this year. Our next story features a Gerard family who has been navigating the world of childcare for several years now. Those of you in the room who have done the same know it can be certainly a challenge, both in terms of finances and in availability. The Y is the largest provider of high-quality early learning and school-age enrichment programs for children ages 6 weeks to 12 years old in Erie County. More than 700 children are enrolled daily. Our programs have earned a 4-star rating, the highest quality recognition through the state's Keystone Stars program and the National Association for the Education of Young Children. 4-star rated child care centers like the Y's have qualified certified teachers who annually receive continuing education and certifications in CPR, first aid, water safety, fire safety, and child development. The best early childhood programs provide safe and nurturing environments while ensuring children develop in all domains: physical, social, emotional, and cognitive. There is no doubt that high-quality early childhood education is a win for everyone, but as Erie County businesses struggle to find employees, hundreds of working parents are struggling to find and afford high-quality childcare. This is due to a workforce crisis within the nation's child care sector that is resulting in the closure of classrooms. Currently in Pennsylvania, 35,000 children are on wait lists for care. Millennial moms and dads especially have unique challenges related to access. The average cost of center-based infant care in the U.S., adjusted for inflation, exceeds 27% of millennial income, a figure 20% higher than the federally recommended 7%. In many cases, the cost of child care is more than a mortgage payment. Public financial assistance programs for families are available, but what a family pays in child care fees is based solely on the family's income and size, not on quality measures. According to Start Strong PA, only 69% of child care capacity in Erie County meets high-quality standards, meaning some families are forced to choose lower quality programs based on the center's rates and the child care subsidy they will receive. But the Y is helping. Let's take a look.
They did everything they could to help me be comfortable with dropping her off at care, which was wonderful. I remember having to do almost like a trial couple days prior to us actually fully taking her there, because I was so nervous of actually just taking her to some place and how was it gonna be and was she gonna cry the whole time? And obviously I'm not the first parent they've ever dealt with, nor first time parents, so they already were prepared for all the questions that I had. As the time went on, I realized that they only were gonna help me as a mom and as us as a family. They kind of really discovered a lot of things that they were able to help me and Ava with as me being a first-time mom and being able to soothe her, or things that they could figure out that she knew. So I mean, on that aspect, it was kind of a blessing in disguise. They helped me be able to help raise her, and that was important. We looked at a whole bunch of different places, and for financial reasons, the Y was pretty much comparable at the time to a majority of everything that we found. I wanted to continue my career. It wasn't ever really something I ever thought I was gonna give up. I like my job, I like to work, and I went to school, so I wanted to do what I went to school for. We kind of realized that it would work out better if we could just go to care. It came down to how can we save money, and one of the ways was getting a Y membership. Actually saves a good chunk of money. It worked out that the savings we'd get a week would be more than what our membership was. So they each have a membership, and then with that, Ava was able to do swim lessons. We did swim lessons at the downtown Y. She's also done camp. They always offer a lot of recreational stuff. They had some really cool fun programs that she's done. Apple Fest, they did Apple Fest a couple times at Camp Sherwin, fishing derby. Now, siblings both being in it, we also get the sibling discount. Currently, we get some help through the scholarship program for financial need, because we have 2 kids enrolled.
After Ava's experience, we were really comfortable with the workers that they had there, and we knew that, you know, Ava was looked after really well. So we were more comfortable with the second child. Obviously, we already had felt everything out, and we're more than comfortable with sending him there. And we were already, as a family, familiar with the location and the workers there, and the staff that was already in place. So it was just kind of a seamless thing to send him there.
I think the Y has done a great job advertising the different types of funds. They really make sure that everybody is getting the help that they need to be able to financially afford childcare. I think that we've just gotten a lot out of being a part of the Y, the daycare part, but also as a family.
And they're embedded through the communities, like she said, enough throughout the town, in Erie and the outskirts, you know, out towards Girard.
Yeah.
There's one down Edinburgh, I believe, as well.
Yep.
So, you know, whichever direction you're going or end up in living and
that's
stuff, it's
nice, too.
they're nearby.
Yes. We basically have a second family to help us care for our children.
Alyssa is with us this morning. Thank you, Alyssa, for sharing your family with us and for sharing your experiences in the Y's child care programs. Currently, the Y has 236 children who are not eligible for subsidy because of their family size and income are slightly more than the federal poverty guidelines. Last year, 128 students benefited from a YMCA scholarship. Often the needs exceed the contributed funds, and in those cases, the Y simply will accept a reduced fee, directly subsidizing the difference. Nevertheless, quality is never jeopardized. We are proud to create environments where children thrive and to support the working families who keep our community moving. Our last story this morning is not one many of you might associate with the YMCA, but in fact, it may be more reflective of the Y's founding mission than almost anything else we do. The YMCA was started in 1844 when George Williams created the Y as a refuge for young men in London and as an alternative to life on the streets. Today, the YMCA of Greater Erie operates a program that I think would make Mr. Williams very proud. Let's take a look.
What our program does is help people coming out of incarceration get back into the community. What do you do in the morning? You get a shower, you have some breakfast, you grab your cell phone, you grab your ID, you go out in your car, and you drive to work. What happens if you didn't have the shower in the morning, and you didn't have any clothes put on in the morning, and you didn't have a cell phone to make that phone call, and you didn't have an ID, and you had no job? In that respect, we give you all those things back. At least we help you. We don't provide housing, but we can get you the right people. So all those things that we take for granted every day, a lot of these people have nothing.
Actually a re-entrant myself. I came to the halfway house from Gateway, and prior to that was incarcerated. I walked into the office, Jake took me in. I was in a position where I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was actually broken, disheartened, kind of felt no sense of direction, a little bit of hopelessness. Jake asked me to come down to the water here, actually, see what I wanted to do, and I knew I wanted to help people.
A lot of people don't know exactly what they're able to get, and they don't have any dreams. And a lot of times, my case managers and myself will tell people to come down to Dobbins Landing, take a moment to stand in front of the water, look out in the water, and dream a little bit, and come back to us. Because without that dream, a lot of people become despondent, and we don't want that. We want them to have a dream, and we help them fulfill that dream.
So when I came in, I felt, like I said, guilt and shame for what I had done, and some hopelessness. I try to get that out of people. That's the past. It's time to move on. So for me, re-entry and reinvention are kind of the same thing. It's important to, acknowledge what you did, learn from it, take a different mindset moving forward. And if you can get people to look forward to their future instead of dwelling on the past, it's very important for their energy level, how they perceive their current situation, and to keep that hope alive to continue their trek to successful life.
With going to reentry, I ended up where I wanted to be way ahead of schedule. I went down and I talked to Jake Kelton. He runs the reentry here in Erie. He helped me out with a lot of things like a resume, got me the names of the people I needed to get in touch with, saved a lot of time. Like I said, they have all the resources right there. It's reentry, so they'll help you out with whatever you need.
Going into the initial approach of this, I didn't know too much about the reentry program. We're looking for individuals that are willing to come in and put a hard day's work in for some fair pay, and really that's all that's important to us. In the local area, there's not a lot of shipyards, so very rarely do we have a seasoned employee coming in with previous shipyard experience. We're willing to train anyone that's willing to come in and work.
It's great that you have an organization that does this. As long as that person can show up and put a hard day's work in and be willing to learn and be a productive part of the team, then that's all I'm worried about. It doesn't really matter to me what your background is. As far as making a wrong turn in your past, I think if you're here, you're on the right track and correcting that issue.
I've been out of prison for 2 months and now already a month into working at this company. I ain't gonna say it's like magic. You can't just go somewhere and magically have a job. You gotta put in the work. Like re-entry's not gonna do it for you. But if you're there to put in the work or to wanna go to work, then it's an excellent place to go to. I recommend it for anybody.
For the employers and the community, if you have a family member and they've taken a path which is not accepted by society, doesn't make them a bad person. It just means that they got caught. A lot of people don't get caught and they are so in the community and we think the best of them. These people just need that second chance, or a chance, because we don't want to put a scarlet letter on them for the rest of their lives because of one infraction with the law. Because of that, we try to tell the employers and the community, these people are just people. If anything, they've paid their debt. It's time to move on.
Jake and Lance are here with us this morning. Lance, thank you for sharing your story and for the work you and the reentry team are doing to help others change their lives. The reentry program is making a remarkable difference in recidivism rates. In 2022, there were 2,153 state releases to Erie County. This does not include county and federal releases. For those released from state prisons to Erie, 2/3 or 64% ended up back in prison. However, individuals that go through our program are far more successful. Only 15% of reentry program participants return to prison. Most are not only employed, but building careers, as we saw. It's also important to recognize partner employers like Don John Shipbuilding, who see the worth in people and provide them with the opportunity to see the worth in themselves. The reentry staff sees nearly 400 clients each year, and we expect that number will grow. An average of 2 new clients are coming in each day because they've heard how much this team has helped others. And when your work is helping people find their way, this is truly the highest compliment. Jake, Lance, and the whole ECR SSA team, you should be proud of the work you are doing and the profound difference you are making. The stories you've seen here this morning are captured in the annual report at your seat. If you have questions or would like to talk more about any of this work, Y Leadership would love to connect with you. Let's have a round of applause for the folks that shared their stories with us this morning and also the YMCA staff who are carrying out this work every day. Again, thank you. We now turn to our 2024 Employee Milestone Recognition and YMCA Impact Awards. One of the things that really stands out at the Y is how many staff members reach double-digit milestones. It's not uncommon to talk to someone who has been with the Y for 15, 20, even 30 years. This morning, it is my honor to recognize the YMCA team members who have achieved milestones in 2024. Please stand at your seat when I call your name. Hold your applause until the end, please. Amika Bowers, pre-K counts teacher, 25 years. Michael Lee Kurtze, fitness instructor, 25 years. Kim Martin, lead teacher, 25 years. Kelly Austin, aquatics director, 30 years. And Shelley Sheridan, wellness coordinator, 30 years. Together, these 5 individuals have 135 years of combined service to the YMCA. Please join me in thanking this team for their tremendous dedication to our community. Next, we have 4 awards we would like to present to individuals who have made a profound impact in 2023. Our first award is the Volunteer of the Year Award. We are pleased to present this award to volunteer Cindy Smiley. Cindy started as a volunteer in February 2023, reading to the children in Glenwood's Kids Zone program. She can be found there twice a month, turning a story into an adventure. As a retired teacher, she puts so much into her story times, adding education through crafts, snack making, or some other creative activity. Cindy has even developed a family story series new for this summer. Cindy has also served as one of the Tuesday tutors in the preschool room at her downtown location. She and her husband Mike were also very active during the pandemic, helping with meals for kids. Cindy, thank you for dedicating so much of your time to the YMCA. Please come up and accept your award. Congratulations, Cindy. Our next award is the YMCA Spirit Award, which goes to the staff member who embodies the characteristics of caring, honesty, respect, and responsibility. This year, we are honored to recognize Dwayne Blue, custodian at the YMCA's downtown location. Dwayne can be found throughout the location, ensuring that a building from 1910 and 9 stories is looking its best. Dwayne is the first to offer a warm hello and a helping hand. His positive spirit is contagious, literally bringing music wherever he goes. He does his work joyfully, knowing it is in the service of our members. Dwayne, you embody the spirit of service, and you truly make a difference. Please come up and accept this award. Congratulations, Dwayne. Our next award is the Benefactor of the Year Award. This award recognizes a person who has been integral to helping the YMCA achieve its mission. There is an anonymous quote in the stairwell at the downtown Y that I see each time I come to meet with Jim or attend a board meeting. It says, "I must do something." This always solves more problems than saying something must be done. And as I begin my climb of the nearly 60 steps to the second floor, I think about that sentiment. Thank goodness for the people who give action to their intentions. As you heard earlier, the Y was able to provide financial scholarships to 128 children in our care last year. 128 children whose families could breathe a little easier and stress a little less. The Y's ability to provide those scholarships was due in large part to our honoree, Mary Lincoln. We are grateful that Mary has chosen to support the children in our community through partnerships with the YMCA. And on behalf of the families whose lives you touched, we thank you for your outstanding support. Mary, we are so pleased to present you with this award. Congratulations and thank you, Mary. Our last award is the Y Champion of the Year Award, which was presented last week to Representative Pat Harkins. Representative Harkins has been an outstanding advocate for the Y's child care programs, and he was able to secure appropriations funding for the reentry program. He couldn't be here this morning as he is in session, but we wanted to share our gratitude for his work on our behalf. Now, let's have one round of applause for this year's Impact Award winners. We've seen some of the Y's work, we've met some of the longest tenured staff, and we've celebrated some of its biggest champions. It is certainly easy to see why we are so excited about the future of this organization. Now, to share more about what lies ahead for the YMCA, please welcome CEO Jim McEldowney.
Thank you so much, Julie, and good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see everyone here today. So it's been a little while since we've shared our Y stories, and my hope is that everyone here today will leave with a little better understanding of how the Y is helping others in our community. So it's been a little over 30 years now since I first walked into the Glenwood Park YMCA as a new resident of Erie. Just finishing college and moving to a new city, I wanted some familiarity in my life, so I headed to the Y to be a member. Growing up as the son of a long-tenured YMCA professional, the Y has always played a major role in who I am today. The people, coaches, and friends that helped me along the way gave me the knowledge, confidence, and strength to become a better leader, but more importantly, a person of good character. From that first day I saw Ann Burnt smile at the key desk at the Glenwood Park Y, to the day Julie Wilson and Tim Glass told me they'd like me to be the next CEO of the YMCA of Greater Erie, I've done everything in my power to build off all of those relationships and experiences to fulfill my personal mission, which is simply to help others. I can't go any further without thanking those who helped me along the way and, more importantly, helped our organization. First, I'd like to thank our previous CEO, Jerry Vandermeer, for all of his guidance and help over the years, as well as Al Shell, who served when I first started at the YMCA. Their dedication to the work of the Y has helped to shape what the Y is today. Secondly, our outgoing board chair, Julie Wilson. Her leadership during our recent transition has been outstanding, and I thank her for helping us to continue the momentum, but also to help shape our future. I'd also like to thank the many board members and volunteers who have dedicated their time and talents to help the YMCA develop and deliver the wonderful programs that affect our community. Finally, I want to give my heartfelt thanks to the staff of the Erie YMCA who have been wonderful to me and my family and have tirelessly worked to make the Y a beacon of hope and opportunity in our community. All of your love, dedication, and commitment to what you do each and every day has played a pivotal role in shaping the vision of our Y. I am honored to be part of this team and stand before you today to share our collective aspirations for the future. As we gather this morning, it is important to acknowledge the profound legacy of the YMCA, both locally and internationally. On June 6th, the YMCA, as an international organization, will celebrate 180 years, and throughout that time has stood as a symbol of community, service, and empowerment. From its humble beginnings, as Julie mentioned, in London, to its global presence today, the YMCA has been a driving force of positive change, touching the lives of millions around the world. In May, the Erie YMCA also celebrated a milestone, 164 years serving Erie County. The YMCA's rich history is woven into the fabric of our community. From providing vital programs and services to fostering a sense of belonging and connection, the Erie YMCA has been a cornerstone of support for generations. Many of you may not know that here in Erie, the Y developed the first English as a second language classes, the first library, the first Learn to Swim programs, and so much more. Our journey is not defined by treadmills and free weights, but by the deep-rooted commitment to serving the diverse needs of our community, and we carry that legacy with pride. Looking ahead, we are embarking on a new chapter guided by a strategic plan that reflects our unwavering dedication to our vision. Central to this vision are several key pillars. First, we aim to cultivate a team of strong staff and volunteers who are passionate about our mission and dedicated to making a difference in the lives of others. They are the heart and soul of our organization, and we are committed to providing them with the support and resources they need to thrive. Second, we envision a YMCA that serves as a vibrant hub of community life, a place where individuals of all backgrounds and lived experiences come together to be, belong, and become. Through our wide-ranging programming, such as the YMCA Teen Center and our Happy Feet dance program that serves our neurodiverse children and adults, we strive to create an environment where everyone feels welcomed and valued. Third, we aspire to be a leader in innovating programming, particularly in areas such as teaching kids to swim, providing high-quality preschool care and after-school care, and offering specialized programs for those with chronic diseases. By continuously evolving and adapting to meeting the changing needs of our community, we ensure that our impact is both meaningful and enduring. Furthermore, we are committed to providing safe, well-maintained facilities that are accessible to all. Whether it's through facility upgrades, enhancing our security measures, or increased accessibility options, we are dedicated to creating an environment where everyone can feel welcome and loved. And while we are proud of our facilities, the spirit of the YMCA isn't confined to just our buildings. The YMCA can be a place without walls, meeting people where they are and wherever they are having the greatest need. As we follow the voice of the community, the Y will go where it is needed most. Communication lies at the heart of our vision. We are committed to fostering strong relationships with both our staff and our members and those throughout our community. Through open dialogue, transparency, and active engagement, we ensure that everyone has a voice, that their concerns are heard and addressed. Finally, we recognize the power of collaboration and partnership and driving positive change. By working hand in hand with community organizations, government agencies, and other stakeholders, we amplify our impact and create lasting solutions to challenges facing all of our communities. The Y looks forward to teaming up with other experts in the community whose energy and passion will help Erie become healthier in spirit, mind, and body. In closing, I want to leave you with our vision statement, which is to empower individuals, strengthen families, and build community through programs and services that promote youth development, healthy living, and social responsibility. As we look to the future, I am filled with optimism and excitement for what lies ahead. Together, we have the power to create a brighter, more inclusive future for all. Thank you for your unwavering support, and here's to the journey ahead. Thank you. So before I turn it back over to Julie, as I mentioned in my remarks, I'm just so thankful for her leadership these last couple of years. It's been an honor to serve with you, beside you, and just to learn a lot about you over the last couple of years. So on behalf of the YMCA, I just want to thank you for your time and your service.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Jim. Since 2022, it has been my honor to serve the Y in this way. I look forward to being part of all that lies ahead, but it's time for a new chair to take the reins. I'm so pleased to introduce Eric Weisslogel as the new chairperson of the YMCA Board of Directors. Eric is the perishable area manager at Wegmans on Peach Street and has served on the Y board for 5 years. I know he cares deeply about the organization and will be a wonderful partner to Jim and the rest of the team. Eric, It's time for you to take over the ceremonial gavel. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And Julie, again, thank you for your service to the Y. So I also have a Y story, and it began in the 70s when my father and I became a part of the Indian Guides. I don't know how long that has not been a thing, but it was a really incredible introduction to the Y, and the mantra was "Pals Forever," which my father and I still exchange with each other. Indian Guides introduced me to Camp Sherwin, overnights at the Glenwood Y and East Side Y. I remember watching Alfred Hitchcock, The Birds, a little traumatizing, but still an incredible memory with all my fellow Indian Guides at the Y. And my mom was taking yoga classes at the Y in the 70s, so that was always an opportunity during the summer to play in the rec room while she went through her class, and I always looked forward to bumper pool with a lot of new faces at the Glenwood Y. Later on, I started a passion for racquetball, returning to Erie after a decade as an adult, and through racquetball, it has just introduced me to some of the best people and has probably made the connections that have brought me here today. As we begin to wrap up, I want to share some of the great events the Y has coming up. First up is our Drive Force Achievement Charity Golf Outing on Thursday, August 29th at Lakeview Country Club. That event is always a great time, so we hope you can join us for that. Sponsorships, including team sponsorships, are available. You can speak with Deanna or Zach about that. September 20th, join the Y for its new event, the Corporate Cup Challenge. 20 teams will compete in a series of challenges to earn points and claim the cup. Our friends in the South Palm Beach County, Florida, made a little video about their event, so we thought we'd share it with you and give you a better idea.
We are here at the Peter Blum Family YMCA for our annual Corporate Cup Challenge. The YMCA Corporate Cup Challenge brings various businesses to the Y for a day of team building. Participants have the opportunity to bond with their peers, tackle mental and physical engaging activities, and build connections with other companies in the area.
I think everybody in Boca knows about the YMCA Corporate Challenge. It's the place to be for team building and community engagement.
The best part about getting involved with this event is that the proceeds from team registrations and sponsorships go directly towards the YMCA's financial assistance program. This ensures no one in the community is turned away due to their inability to pay.
It's just fun. I mean, as a company, get to have your employees work together in an environment where you're doing things that really isn't the typical day-to-day work. You know, for us, it's important to support the community as a corporation, and this gives us a perfect vehicle.
Getting involved with the Corporate Cup Challenge is super easy. We want to make sure that you feel prepared for event day, so our team will onboard you so your process is seamless. One of the only requirements to participate in the Corporate Cup Challenge is to want to have fun.
I know I've already started talking to my team at the store and expecting some good rivalry between the two stores. This is going to be a ton of fun. We are seeking teams, sponsors, and volunteers. It's a big event, so if you have a large group that would like to help out for the day, we would love to talk with you more. The agenda at your seat has 4 QR codes. We'll take you to the Corporate Cup registration page and our volunteer page, as well as our annual campaign donation site and Erie Gives page. The work we've seen here this morning and all we do behind the scenes is made possible by the financial support of our donors, sponsors, and funders. It's important to know 92 cents of every dollar donated to the Y goes directly to helping people. Free memberships for Teen Center and chronic disease prevention participants reduces rates for those struggling through personal circumstances are just a few of the reasons our annual campaign is so important. So whether you come to have some fun at our sport events, approve a funding request, become a sponsor, or donate directly to our campaign, we are grateful for your generosity and for being moved to take action. Because as the anonymous quote in the stairwell says, "I must do something," always solves more problems than "something must be done." In closing, we would like to thank Tim and Colleen at Altman Hall Associates for the design and layout of the annual report. All that you've seen here today and more is captured in this beautiful piece. Please share it with those who couldn't be here this morning. We would also like to thank Rob and the team at R. Frank Media for their work on the video packages you saw today. They were incredible. And all the work that has been going on here this morning. They have been fantastic partners on this project. Again, thank you to Marquette Savings Bank, the Bayfront Convention Center, and Arts Bakery. There are cookies out for you to take back to you with you. Please use your goodie bag to grab a treat on your way out. Thank you for joining us this morning. Y staff are in the room if you would like to talk more, and if you haven't jumped in the video area to share your Y story, please do so. We'd love it if you share your story. I hope everybody takes advantage of all the wonderful things that Erie has to offer this summer, and have a great summer. Thank you.